I saw 50 was talking about something like that in an interview recently. I hate when I think back to that time where I was at in life.
I watched 50 saying 50 did not win Best New Artist at the Grammys.
There was nothing bigger than 50.
Nothing bigger, and nobody came out the gate like that. My first album didn't do it. I never saw someone's first album and the wave happen like he had.
So they don't give you the trophies. I got the checks. I didn't get the trophies. Jay got all of my trophies, man, because he signed that contract.
What contract?
The one with Beyonce.
When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. He started getting Grammys left and right, man.
The kids even have Grammys. Like, they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet.
And he ain't show up. He's like 20 now.
Eminem is stirring up controversy once again, this time targeting Jay-Z and Beyoncé without holding back. Known for his past support of 50 Cent, Eminem is now making bold claims, suggesting that the Carters have not only neglected other artists, but have allegedly contributed to the downfall of careers from behind the scenes.
What you did to Nas, Jay? That's tough. Nah, he come out on the same weekend.
Like, I used to have questions like, why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop it.
When this shit coming out? My shit coming out.
I never understood that. Every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on time.
Why you do that, man? I be saying that I do whatever the fuck I want to do, and they be looking at me like I'm grimy for doing that. Just to be super quiet doing some real grimy.
Eminem and Jay-Z have had their tensions before, particularly when Jay was accused of trying to prevent 50 Cent from performing at the Super Bowl. This move didn't sit well with Eminem, who is now speaking up more openly about his perspective. Eminem is shedding light on what he views as the darker side of the music industry, where top-tier artists allegedly use manipulative tactics to maintain their dominance. According to him, some A-list stars engage in ruthless behavior to eliminate competition. Specifically, Eminem claims that Jay-Z and Beyoncé have played a role in derailing the careers of several prominent artists, including Big L, DMX, and Aaliyah, icons who left us too soon. Additionally, artists like Amerie and Carrie Hilson faded from the industry unexpectedly, just as their careers were gaining momentum, leading some to speculate about the Carters' involvement. So, why are figures like Eminem and 50 Cent speaking out now? Could this signal cracks forming in the Carter empire? What's really happening behind the scenes? And how many artists have been quietly sidelined? Although Eminem may not dominate, social media like 50 Cent, his words still carry significant weight. He's clearly against those who rise to the top by stepping on others, and it seems this critique extends to Jay-Z and Beyoncé as well. For Eminem, this issue is more than just about music. It's deeply personal. His friendship with 50 Cent is long-lasting and goes beyond the professional realm. 50 Cent even became emotional at Eminem's daughter Haley's wedding, showing just how close their bond is.
Look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs. They harbor it, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself. I'm a shady aftermath. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's so much G in it, G Unit Records.
Right.
They forget that I'm M and Dre's art.
On the other hand, the ongoing feud between 50 Cent and Jay-Z has been brewing for years, showing no signs of resolution. Given Eminem's fierce loyalty, it's clear he's firmly on 50 Cent's side. As 50 Cent has said, anyone who aligns with his enemies becomes one themselves. Although Eminem and Jay-Z collaborated on a few tracks in the early 2000s, their relationship shifted when Eminem allegedly learned that Jay was working behind the scenes to undermine 50 Cent's success. In 2023, 50 Cent publicly accused Jay-Z of using his influence with the NFL to block 50 from performing at the Super Bowl. However, the plan didn't succeed. According to 50, Eminem intervened and made it clear to the NFL, if 50's not performing, neither is he.
You have a few Grammys, but you feel like you had to sell your soul to get them. And you didn't know if you wanted it for the recognition or the trophies, but then what's the difference? You know, and at Grammys, pretty much, suck the blood of artists and nominate them, have them come to the shows, and then
Which they do. They do it every year, yeah. And I'm just tired of seeing it. And for whatever reason, it's like they're always pitching this hint that you might win Album of the Year, which used to be a big deal. I don't think it's.
Now, 50 Cent and Eminem are challenging the Carters over their alleged manipulation of the Grammy Awards. Both artists accuse Jay and Beyoncé of using behind-the-scenes tactics to secure awards they may not have earned. 50 even suggested that Jay uses his marriage to Beyoncé as leverage in the industry. Meanwhile, Eminem has long criticized the Grammys, calling them a rigged system that rewards connections over talent. He's been vocal about his disappointment and has stated he's done with the Grammys, with no intention of attending again.
Same. 50 did not win Best New Artist at the Grammys.
There was nothing bigger than.
Eminem emphasized that he wouldn't mind losing if the winner truly deserved it. What upset him was how the Grammys built anticipation around his name, only to exclude him. They used his presence and buzz to boost viewership, then failed to acknowledge him. When asked if he'd consider returning, maybe if he could influence the selection process, Eminem didn't hesitate. He said it wouldn't change a thing, as he believes the system is flawed from the start. In his view, the votes hold no real value.
Consider, joining a board and maybe you have a vote in it.
First of all, that vote is fake. That's not a real vote. That's not a real vote. They give it to who they want to give it to. They give it to their darlings. This got critical acclaim, but it sold 2 records. It ain't about always what you sell. I get that. Vanilla Ice, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But there comes a point where when an overwhelming something comes along that has this wave and impact on music, and you give it to Lada Dottie. Who? Lada Dottie. It's only Lada Dottie.
50 Cent didn't hold back either. He went even further, claiming that Jay-Z's Grammy wins aren't about the music, but about his relationship with Beyoncé. According to 50, Jay and Beyoncé win awards simply because their presence boosts viewership, which the Grammys prioritize over artistry. He made this point clear during his appearance on the Flagrant podcast, stating that the Grammys care more about ratings than genuine artistry.
Received the 16 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them the things they would. Later, to me, I didn't care about trophies. That's how
50 Cent took things further, questioning the authenticity of Jay and Beyoncé's relationship. He suggested that it might be more of a contract than a true love story, implying that the couple may be staying together to maintain their image and status. He also accused Jay-Z of continuing to make shady moves behind the scenes, not just in music, but in business as well. According to 50, Jay-Z has nothing left to prove, but continues to interfere in deals out of spite, raising eyebrows among many.
But when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. Oh, wow. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he didn't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong.
He was one. At the same time. He's like drinking his pictures with him like it's the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got. Oh, wow. So that's the deal.
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't count as much as that one did.
But 50 Cent isn't the only one raising these claims. There have long been rumors suggesting Jay-Z has been quietly sabotaging others out of competitiveness or control. One of the most talked about stories involves Big L, the Harlem rapper who helped Jay-Z in the early days of his career. Fans have long questioned the circumstances surrounding Big L's tragic death in the 90s, especially since Jay-Z's rise to fame seemed rapid and mysterious. Big L, known for his freestyle talent, signed with Columbia Records in 1992 and released a strong debut. However, his partnership with the label ended in less than a year due to creative differences. Began working on his second album. His efforts soon attracted the attention of Dame Dash, co-founder of Rockefeller. Reports suggest that Dame was planning to sign Big L and his crew as a group. Everything seemed to be falling into place until tragedy struck. Big L was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting in Harlem, which sent shockwaves through the community. To complicate matters, a childhood friend, Gerard Woodley, was arrested in connection with the crime. However, he was released soon after due to insufficient evidence. Fast forward to 2016, Woodley was also killed in a shooting in Harlem. Big L's murder remains unsolved to this day, sparking numerous theories. Industry figures like Jaguar Wright have raised questions, implying that Jay-Z may have some knowledge about the events surrounding Big L's death. Her silence, she suggests, may not just be coincidental, and Big L isn't the only hip-hop legend whose death involves troubling connections with Jay-Z. Enter DMX, another icon whose passing remains shrouded in mystery, just after he allegedly accused Jay-Z of working against him behind the scenes.
Like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. You know, I go to do a 6th album, and you know,
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. You know, when he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, inmates is running the building, like, yo, you good? Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Go on vacation and, you know, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then...
When DMX died in April 2021, Jay-Z made an appearance on LeBron James's show, expressing all the right sentiments. He spoke about mutual respect and admiration, emphasizing their positive energy even during DMX's struggles. But DMX fans remember a different story. Before his death, DMX had publicly accused Jay-Z of sabotaging his career, particularly by delaying the release of his 6th album. This wasn't just a conflict, it felt like a deep betrayal. The tension reportedly escalated in 2004 when Jay-Z became president of Def Jam Records, succeeding Liar Cohen. From that point on, DMX claimed the dynamics changed significantly. Despite having 5 consecutive #1 albums from 1998 to 2003, things began to deteriorate once Jay-Z took control.
Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. You know, because at first you retire, you know, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping.
DMX alleged that once Jay-Z took charge, he deliberately blocked the release of Year of the Dog. Again. Why? DMX claimed that Jay didn't want any serious competition while preparing for his own return to the spotlight. He also pointed out how Jay-Z treated another artist, Redman, indicating that Jay was clearing obstacles for his own benefit. DMX wasn't the only one to feel sidelined. Beanie Sigel also faced similar challenges. At one point, Beanie was building momentum with successful releases, becoming a key figure at Rockefeller. But things took a turn. Beanie and his camp alleged that Jay began to view Beanie's success as a threat and started delaying his album releases, stalling his progress.
I was hurt because I heard that you said you wouldn't perform unless you won Video of the Year over me and over Hotline Bling. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them.
The pattern didn't stop there. Reports suggest that Jay would strategically release his own projects around the same time as Beanie's, reducing the impact and visibility of Beanie's work. Additionally, Beanie's camp claims Jay-Z only allowed a limited number of records to be pressed, severely limiting the potential reach from the start. While some might dismiss this as mere frustration from artists, the consistent pattern among various industry figures raises significant questions. Is it all just resentment, or is Jay-Z the common denominator in these accounts of behind the scenes? Manipulation? Even Kanye West, who once considered Jay-Z family, voiced concerns, suggesting that their relationship had become so strained that he feared for his safety.
They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
No, not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
This wasn't just a case of tension, it felt like betrayal driven by fear. Still, Kanye didn't hold back. He criticized both Jay-Z and Beyoncé, labeling them as industry pawns who follow orders to maintain their power. Now, let's turn to Beyoncé, a figure often celebrated as a symbol of empowerment. However, behind the scenes, several accusations suggest she might have played a role in sidelining other female artists considered competitors. One of the most persistent claims revolves around Beyoncé's alleged jealousy of the late Aaliyah. This wasn't just about talent or fame, it was reportedly personal. Before Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship became public in 2001, sources like Dame Dash have suggested Jay-Z was deeply interested in Aaliyah, but she didn't reciprocate. Then, following Aaliyah's tragic and suspicious death in a plane crash, Beyoncé and Jay-Z went public with their relationship. For many, the timing was hard to ignore. Even after Aaliyah's passing, rumors circulated that Beyoncé continued to eliminate potential threats. After leaving Destiny's Child and partnering with Jay-Z, whispers grew louder. Sources claim that Beyoncé persuaded top producer Rich Harrison to leave Amerie, an artist gaining serious momentum. If you recall Amerie's 2005 hit One Thing, you'll remember how much impact it had. And some believe it laid the groundwork for Beyoncé's Crazy in Love. Then there's the ongoing controversy with Carrie Hilson, one of Beyoncé's most high-profile disputes. It reportedly began when Carrie released a song seen as a diss toward Beyoncé. The twist: Carrie later claimed she was pressured by producers to record it, aiming to stir conflict and damage her career. Initially, Carrie denied any ill intentions, but things escalated when she refused to hold a magazine featuring Jay-Z and Beyoncé during a red carpet interview.
Beyoncé and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them. Hey, I get the threats, but you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyoncé, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said.
That single act sparked a major backlash. Beyoncé's fanbase, known as the Bayhive, went after Carrie online, and reports suggest the situation even became physical. Carrie later revealed that by 2020, she was receiving serious threats linked to the incident. Furthermore, there were claims from Uncle Ron, a former celebrity bodyguard who passed away in 2020. Before his death, he alleged that Beyoncé and Jay-Z actively worked to block rising artists. He didn't present it as a theory, he spoke as if he had first-hand knowledge of the industry. The list of performers reportedly pushed aside, shut out, or entirely erased by the Carters is growing, and we couldn't fit them all into one video. That fact speaks volumes. While some dismiss it as jealousy or unfounded accusations, when major figures like 50 Cent and Eminem echo these claims, it goes beyond talk. It's beginning to resemble a repeating pattern. So, we want to hear from you. Is this all just rumor and resentment, or could there be truth behind these stories? Are Jay-Z and Beyoncé truly working to silence the competition? Let us know in the comments. We read everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this perspective. We'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.